it has been given to us by the question that the first term of this arithmetic series is a negative number. So if we were to assume that a is the first term, we will be expecting a over here to be less than 0. It is also given to us that the first four terms of this series is 14. So the sum of the first four terms of this series is 14. So as for this is equal to 14, the sum of the first four terms will be 4 over 2. Then 2 of the first term plus 4 minus 1 times the common difference. This is equal to 14. And if I were to simplify this equation here, we will get a 2a plus 3d. This is equal to 7. And it is also given to us that the product of the first four terms of this series is 0. The product of the first four terms, that means the first term, which is a, multiplied by the second term, which is a plus d, the third term, which is going to be a plus 2d, and the fourth term will be a plus 3d. And this is equal to 0. When I have something multiplied by something multiplied by another multiplied by another is equal to 0, either of them has to be equal to 0. So let's go down the list one by one. If we were to say that a is equal to 0, this is already not possible because a is supposed to be a negative value. So a cannot be equal to 0. Another possibility is, of course, if a plus d, this is equal to 0. If a plus d is equal to 0, this implies that d must be equal to minus a. And if we were to substitute this back into here, that means we will be getting a 2a plus 3d. d is minus a. This will give us a 7. This tells us that a that we are looking at here is minus 7. This is good, yeah? Because a is minus 7 is a negative number. Let's test the other possible values for a. So another possibility is going to be a plus 2d. This should be equal to 0. This tells us that d must be equal to minus half a. And once again, if I were to substitute d is equal to minus half a into here, that means we will be getting a 2a plus 3d, which is minus half a. This is equal to 7. This will help us to work out a value of a to be equal to 14. And 14 is not applicable because a must be a negative number. And the one last choice that we have is if this were to be equal to 0. So a plus 3d, this is equal to 0, which means that d must be equal to minus 1 over 3a. So once again, substituting that back into here, we have a 2a plus 3 times d minus 1 over 3a. This is equal to 7, which means that a that we are working on here is 7. And this is once again going to be rejected since a is supposed to be a negative number. So now we know what a is. A is going to be equal to minus 7. And when a is equal to minus 7, this tells us what d is, right? Because d is negative of a, so d will be negative of negative 7. D is going to be equal to 7. So we now have the value of a to be equal to minus 7 and d to be equal to 7. And with this pair of values, we should be able to find the 11th term of this arithmetic series. So the 11th term of this arithmetic series will be a plus 11 minus 1 times d, which will be minus 7 plus 11 minus 1 times d. d is 7. So the 11th term is going to be equal to 63.